All right, but on to the topic of the show today.
Of course, yeah.
You know, I missed a couple weeks of doing the show because I was playing basketball, so I'm kind of catching up on some of the weeks I missed.
Hey,
My favorite album of the last month was In a Poem Unlimited by U.S. Girls. Have you guys listened to U.S. Girls before?
Of course, bro. Big fan.
Not really, are you?
No.
So this is new for most of you guys.
I was trying to help.
This was actually the second
I will say it's the
album.
best pop album of the year so far.
So far.
That's
Wow.
a big claim, Gabe.
I mean, Superorganism did come out today, but
By who?
Oh, by Superorganism.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
wow.
was anticipated album of the year. I'm so hyped. It's coming in the mail.
I'm definitely going to take a listen for that. And you might hear it next week. But U.S. Girls is Megan Ramey's recording moniker. And it's her third commercial album. And it's released under 4AD, which is actually a label I haven't heard of before this.
It's the worst label out there. Release Grimes, free Grimes. They're doing her dirty.
Hey, relax, dude. Jesus.
They're doing her dirty?
They are.
Well, I think that this album, it was her best album yet and released under 4AD. So, there's a different take on it. But it's definitely her most consistent album and her most poppy album. So here, let's take a listen to Velvet for Sale by U.S. Girls. That was Velvet for Sale by U.S. Girls. What did you guys think about that? What do you guys think?
It was psyche. It had the psych rock and the pop.
Mhm.
It was cool. It was definitely a vibe.
Was this something that you guys would listen to?
Yeah.
I would listen to it.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to say no, not particularly.
Why not?
It's just nothing like that separates it enough to me.
I get that. That's been a critique of them in the past.
Really?
Yeah.
I can imagine.
What about you, Gabe?
I have listened to the album before, but I wasn't like actively listening
That's
to
pretty
it.
cool, Gabe.
Okay. I mean, there are a lot of releases that I'd like to listen to. But I haven't been listening to too much from 2018. You know what I mean? But this is one of the ones I had to check out. And I'm glad you're premiering it on the show again today.
And
I enjoyed it.
what were you saying about 4AD during the break?
Well, for everyone out there who doesn't know about 4AD, it's one of the greatest record labels of all time. But they've been having some problems. Like Grimes, she's the GOAT. She's the greatest artist of our time. But they're not letting her release her album. And bro, she says the trash labels. And she has to leave. Just like Ariel Pink left. Everybody's leaving. So get out of there if you're on 4AD.
So you're saying it's like one of those labels that a lot of good indie artists started at, but now they're realizing
they're ruining them.
It's time to go. Wow. Well, I mean,
It's like the magic.
I guess in a way 4AD's given U.S. Girls their break, because this is definitely like their biggest album, their most complete album. And they definitely had like the best production on this album, and I think that their label had a lot to do with that. Were you gonna say something?
No.
What are you into? If you didn't know this artist?
Yeah, I didn't know this artist. I like Imagine Dragons. What is that? Is there something funny?
No, I just got my cousin always likes Imagine Dragons.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I'll give you. Okay, what else do you like?
I like the Fleet Foxes.
I love the Fleet Foxes.
They're
Great
pretty
band.
good, yeah.
I like Whitney.
Actually, I said that was my album of the year last year.
Oh yeah.
Which one?
Whitney, Light Upon.
Yeah, we
or
do
two
like
years ago,
album
maybe.
of the year.
Actually, the
Album
high
month.
school we went to,
Yeah.
is called Gretchen Whitney High School. So it's like, but we just go by Whitney.
That's
so
pretty.
That's
That's pretty funny.
That's the only reason I listened to it.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's the only reson I listened to it
Not
at
a
first.
So I'll
I
forget
kinda
the
liked it.
dragons, but you like the foxes. And you like
Yeah. That's pretty good.
All right. But yeah, so you're definitely getting like an art poppy, so would you say psych rocky sort of vibe on that one? That one's definitely more psych rock than I would say the rest of the album on average. But they definitely have like some interesting takes on it. Like the next song is abbreviated as MAH, which stands for Mad as Hell. Let's take a listen.
Ooh.
That's Mad as Hell by the U.S. Girls off their latest album, In a Poem Unlimited. What do you guys think about that one?
She sounds happy as hell. I can say that. Like it was a pretty fun vibe. I said vibe last time, but it's definitely a vibe. But I will say like the vocals, they're really like on the forefront on this track. Like they had like the bass groove going.
Yeah,
but like
it was definitely a more groovy than the last two.
Yeah, and like on this one, like I'm really thinking about the vocals more, which is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it was also to highlight the lyricism, and there's actually the video that goes along with this song is quite interesting. It's like the entire like the screen is black, and then there is like a person's body, and then on where their face is supposed to be is like photoshopped the pictures of like the paintings or photos of presidents in the past, and it's just like
Well,
about like, you know, obviously
Mad as hell.
yeah, and actually a lot of the lines are actually about well, Trump, but actually and Obama as well, except that they're mad about actually something you mentioned on our show at school about how like he had a filibuster-proof Congress and Senate,
Obama messed up.
and he wasn't able to do anything. So it's like how like she's kind of just mad about, you know, the state of our nation in general. That was pretty.
She's just a U.S. girl.
Actually, she's not. She actually was born in Canada.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's a Canadian American. But her stage name is U.S. Girls. What'd you think, Ron? You know you like that one a little bit more.
I definitely did. No, it was definitely more like danceable. You know what I mean?
I think that's a good way to describe the album.
Definitely, yes. It reminded me of my favorite Mitski song, actually.
Which one?
Your Best American Girl, which is like your story more so than the song reminded me of it.
Mhm.
I just kind of love the idea that all these artists right now are redefining what it means to be American.
mm-hmm.
I get that. I like that. Yeah, I really love that album. Came out 2016. Puberty 2 by Mitski.
Yeah. Oh,
Great album. I
Mitski's
still
the
listen.
goat.
I still like. It's one of those albums that I still go back to.
oh yeah.
If I still go back to an album, that means I
And that's
I
what
really love
that's
it.
what the album title means.
What do you mean?
It's like puberty 2, as in like I'm going through puberty once again when listening to the album.
Huh?
There's no puberty part 1.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. No, that's it.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first listened to Mitski, I thought that there was gonna be a puberty.
Well, she didn't need to give us puberty 1 because we already had it. Like everyone.
Yeah, everyone has
I
puberty
get
1, except for some people.
That's funny.
Some people don't
Like
have it.
like children.
It's for mature audiences.
Yeah, children. And also with like, I feel like there's a lot of influence on that album from the Glow Part 2, because there's no the Glow Part 1.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
And they sound similar
Yeah.
musically. I'd
Somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Justin? What do you think about this song?
It
It's
was
no Imagine Dragons, but
say. I know you like
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons.
Well, we can get off this Imagine Dragons topic, please. And I thought it was, you know, as Rohan said, I could get up and move to this
Mm-hmm.
beat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely danceable. We were definitely doing some dancing during the break to that song.
yeah, well, we're not periscoping right now, but all the YouTube viewers, when this is up, you'll see our moves.
Yeah.
All right, so the next song we have by this last on this album is called "Rosebud" by U.S. Girls. This song is a little different from Mad as Hell, and I think when I was listening to it at first, this was like one of the standout songs for me. It was actually one of the 2 songs that she released as a single leading up to the album. Here's "Rosebud" by U.S. Girls.
It'll hurt, I promise you.
There's "Rosebud" by U.S. Girls. Definitely a different vibe than the first 2, but still a vibe.
Well, the first thing that I hear, the big difference to me is the drum machine. We're not getting like live drumming on this track.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. You know what I mean? And besides that, like I know we're trying to figure out with the vocals, right? You're saying like if it's distant. I said it was muddy. I don't know yet.
Yeah, there's definitely a different sort of feeling to the vocals on this song than the last 2. Especially in the beginning of the song, it feels kind of like distant, and we were saying hollow.
Well, those keyboards are like muted in a way. Like they're not like as pronounced, you know? So it sounds a little more dreamy.
You have something to say, Rohan?
What do you think about this track?
No, I was literally just in like agreement.
Okay.
Like,
What do you think about
Well,
this?
why are you so condescending, man? Like, honestly.
what do you mean?
Like all the times that
It's
you've been here, like we're never on the same page. Sometimes. Like sometimes we are, sometimes we're not.
That's weird. That's the first I'm hearing of this.
Oh.
Like people who are listening.
Yeah, the loyal listeners, they know what I'm talking about.
What? Anyway.
Anyway.
I guess, what I thought about the
Sorry.
song was that I really
It's all
liked
good.
the presentation of it. Like I like the beat behind it especially.
What about you, Justin?
I'm still trying to dissect how the name Rosebud relates to that song.
Well, weren't you guys talking about like Citizen?
Well, it's
Citizen
like
Kane.
a thing in Citizen Kane. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't hear any lyrics that related to Citizen.
Can you explain
I felt it was
the reference? To
kind
Citizen
of the
Kane?
opposite of Citizen Kane, and for that I think she did that on purpose.
What is Citizen Kane?
Citizen Kane is the Citizen Kane of all movies. It's the best movie of all time, considerably. And do you have something to say, Ron?
I mean, I disagree, but it's okay. Continue.
Well, I think you can't really disagree with that. That it is undeniably the best movie of all time.
What gives it that credit?
What gives it that?
Citizen Kane.
The idea that when you refer to a movie, you refer to it, oh, how does it compare to Citizen Kane? Like, for example, The Room is considered the Citizen Kane of bad movies.
Or like The New Funeral was Teens of Denial.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's just what I was thinking.
So how does
Melissa.
Rosebud, the name, connect to Citizen Kane?
Rosebud is a sled.
A sled?
Mm-hmm. In the movie, it's like he's searching for Rosebud this whole time. Everyone's trying to figure out what Rosebud meant, and he's like this emperor, and he like owns all of these different newspaper companies. He like is the most powerful man in the
Well, no,
world.
because Citizen Kane's based off of the Hearst family.
Exactly.
Like the guy Hearst. Yeah.
But that, I mean, like essentially, the whole idea is that at the end of the day, like the family above everything, because Rosebud was his like childhood sled. That's all it was. People thought it meant it was like the secret word for his like vault, or the secret like the thing that was the key to his businesses or something like that. In reality, because he kept saying Rosebud near the end of his life, in reality it was just his childhood sled.
That's a new album that came out this week, Rosebud's Revenge, Part 2.
Wow. By who?
By Rock Marciano.
All right.
Is there a part one?
There is, and it came out last year.
Wow. All right. So I'm learning some new things today. I'm learning some new things as well. Actually, I've never seen the movie.
You should definitely.
I'm definitely probably. I might watch it tonight.
Yeah, take
I'm
a
just
look.
gonna
Actually,
see it
tell you, I mean, like it's good.
It's the Black
not my
Panther
favorite movie of all
like,
time.
well,
What would
He's
be-
right
what would
that
be
it's,
your
like,
favorite movie of all time?
Considered the best movie of all time. It's probably Badlands.
By
We've talked about Badlands on
Who's
the way
directed
here.
it?
Actually, Terrence Malick.
Mm.
Yeah, it was actually his directorial debut. It's the greatest film ever made, and I can explain it in like long term why I think it's the most important film in American history.
Well,
But
we don't have to
another-
do that.
Yeah,
I
but
see. I
another
see you
day,
wearing
I'm
your
wearing
Good
my
Time shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great film. That came
That's
out.
a great.
Came
I know
out
what
last
you're talking
year.
about. It's so good,
It's,
right?
With
I
the
had
greatest
it.
soundtrack.
the
I had
greatest
it. I had
soundtrack.
it ranked in my second favorite movie of last year.
What was your favorite?
I had 3 Billboards.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Even though I know that one's like the one that gets all the acclaim, but I watched it like before I knew it was Oscar nominated. It was so good. Like it was
Right. Yeah,
fantastic.
no, I really like that movie too.
It's great, yeah.
Like Good Time just spoke to me more personally.
I get you. That's
Yeah.
why it spoke to me too. And actually,
Yeah.
my third favorite was A Ghost Story with Casey Affleck.
That was a great one.
Great
Yo,
one.
why isn't he showing up to the Oscars? That's I
don't
heard something
know.
about that.
Why
What
doesn't
other
one?
Kanye show up to the Grammys?
Well, no, Casey, it's a different story because he has like sexual assault kind
Oh,
of
yeah.
claims
Oh,
against
shoot, that's
him.
why?
And
Yeah,
it's
probably.
like this Oscar is going to be all about the Me Too movement. Justifiably so. So that's
definitely.
why Casey just uninvited himself because he didn't want to distract from the controversy.
That's
I guess
great.
I guess that's
He
that's
was
respectful
invited. He
in a
just
way.
uninvited.
What was your fourth one?
My fourth one would. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember. I just kind of made like a top 3 in my head, and that was it.
Yeah.
At least you saw 3 movies. I only saw 2.
I've seen way more than 3
That's so
movies
sad,
last
dude.
year.
So you probably don't have top 5 of the year.
Bro,
Done
Baby
it.
Driver
It's
came in
just top
last.
3.
We're just second.
Nah, I'll get back to you on that. I have it.
Okay.
I have it somewhere written down.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so the last song I'm gonna play out this album, the closing track, will be "Pearly Gates" by U.S. Girls. This one's a lot rockier than the last 2.
Yeah,
A lot
give me the
less-
rock.
A lot less pop. Actually,
I like rock.
you like rock?
I like rock.
You like quality rock and roll?
Anyway, so here's "Pearly Gates" by U.S. Girls. What do you think about that one, Gabe?
Dude, this album is so diverse. Like none of these tracks really like sounded similar, you know?
Yeah,
Like, none of
they're
them were-
all definitely very diverse.
like they're all getting cut from the same cloth in a way, but like, they're different.
It's definitely the same artist, you know, like same sort of vibe. But it's nothing. You know, you're not gonna get bored listening to it. At least that's what I thought when I first listened to it. Like, there's no way I'm getting bored listening
There's
to
a
this
track
movie.
for everybody.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think, Rohan? What are your ending thoughts of this album?
Honestly, I'm definitely gonna go listen to it just so I can like.
You don't want to
hear
rush
the
to
whole
hasty
thing.
generalizations.
Maybe the songs work better as an album. It's not my favorite thing necessarily, but it was definitely like a bop. You know, like, it was cool. It was fresh.
Yeah. What about you, Justin? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, overall, just a good song.
Good song, good album?
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's it for my favorite album of the last month. That's U.S. Girls In a Poem Unlimited, which is, I was attracted to the name at first, and the album cover, which is like a picture of a girl like with tears flowing, but it's like, it looks like it's drawn. It's not an actual picture.
That's
It's
sick.
pretty cool.
Art.
Definitely art, just like the music. It's art. It's pretty artistic.